All right. Thanks, Kate and Jane. So now for our next act. Wait, where is our next act? I don't see them anywhere in the room here. Emily Ann was supposed to be here. You know, I tried texting her, but I guess, you know, puppets, they have a really hard time with technology. As well, you know, they don't have opposing thumbs. Emily, where is Emily? Whoa, where could she be? Oh, wait. What is all that?
Of course, it never snows, but to have a variety show. Okay, ready? Chuck doesn't like you to be late either. Okay. Hi, Chuck. I'm ready.
Oh, and here I am. I'm the one who's late. Hello, Emily Ann. How are you? I haven't seen you in a year.
I'm fine. Yes. Beautiful night, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And great to see so many familiar faces out there as well.
Yeah, there are lots of familiar faces.
Yes, you brave souls. Okay, tonight's program is only possible because of those in our community sharing their interests, their gifts and talents, and their time. Our community. Let's think for a moment what a small town, country community looks like. When we think of people and heritage, we often refer to a tree with its roots growing deeply, its branches extending out in all directions. When I think of community, I think of a lot of trees, a bush. I grew up with the word bush because Forest was a town to the north. Let's say like a sugar bush. Some large trees with deep roots, younger trees growing between, various species with different leaves and bark. Throw in a few grapevines. Every community has some. And a wild rose here and there, just to add a thorn into the environment. We live in a place where some families have been here for generations, others for a few years, and newcomers moving in. It's a place where people know you and your roots, often before you know them. That's the grapevine working. And a warning, beware, there are cousins everywhere. It's a place with lots of sunny days, sharing special moments, celebrating together. Think of Canada Day, sporting events, parades, banquets, and sometimes there are darker, dreary days of sadness and tragedies, when those around us show up with hugs, casseroles, and tarts. Our problems and disappointments are shared because we are part of the bush, not a lone bud whipping in the wind. It's a place where we all pull together, be it fundraisers for needed equipment or facilities, or to raise funds for those experiencing the tougher side of life. We depend on each other, even if we think we are independent and self-sufficient. It's a place of spiritual roots, faith and prayer. Reverend Joanne and Reverend Jim have been our spiritual leaders for many years. Even though we've decreased to 2 churches, we come together in faith, supporting and loving each other through worship, music, and prayer. God is in our midst, working through us. It's a place where you go to school for 12 years with the same students, and when you grow up, your kids go to school with their kids. Everyone being taught by teachers from our community. One teacher in particular teaching 3 generations. It's a place where our political leaders are members from the area, taking pride in leading and building our community, and known by all of us, whether we voted for them or not. It's a place that started along a major artery of transportation, the Sydenham River. Not so major anymore, but a great river to canoe upon during the summer weekends. Maybe even an unexpected dip along the way. Our major artery is now Navajo Road, featuring some of our town businesses, and of course, our very own Alvin the Bee, right beneath the neon event sign. No stoplights either, but our Christmas parade lights up the town. It's a place with strong businesses, some family-owned for generations. No Tim Hortons here. We have the dollar store drive-through, and everyone in the area knows Three Maples, the store with everything. It's a place with a strong farming community. No little red barns with one cow, one pig, one horse, and a chicken. Our farms are acres of wheat, soybeans, corn, hay, and even pumpkins. There are barns of livestock and poultry numbering in the tens to the 10,000s. And our farmers are high-tech. They use computer milkers, computer feeders, precision planters, self-steering tractors, equipment wider than my house. And get this, tractors that go so fast, the drivers are being ticketed by the police. Mechanics now have laptops as part of their toolbox. It's a place of opportunities for all. There are clubs. We have the Optimist, the Legion, Business Improvement, Arts, Friendship, 4-H, Guides and Youth Group. There's hockey, figure skating, softball, fastball, and Zumba, and yoga. There are the Lunch Sisters, the Food Bank, community meals at Guthrie, and Legion raffles and games. There's Campbell's Park for camping, and Ham Camp programs for kids. We've hosted the RCMP musical ride, and sanctioned rodeo, complete with professional cowboys from our very own community. Everyone looks forward to the annual Fall Fair with its many exhibits, events, parade, tractor pull, and derby cars. Exhibitors share their talents and an imagination in making articles and preparing livestock for the fair. Look in the fair book. Section 31, Article 5, an article from recycled cans. Have a look next fall and see the creativity. Of course, the once-a-year catch-up visits with your former school buddies. And hey, what other small-town community raises thousands of dollars for children's charities from selling pies? Royalty. We don't need Harry and Meghan. We have pung queens and kings, bake queens, fair champions, king of the grains, and even fair ambassadors, dairy princesses and queens of the furrow that represent our small community to the rest of the province. It's a place of volunteers of all ages, and if the organizer needs more help, they usually know who to call. Speaking of volunteers, we have a dedicated group of volunteer firemen, family, neighbors, and friends, rescuing family, neighbors, and friends. Change. Everything changes. Children grow up and move away, families move, businesses close, but everyone who leaves with a piece of root from our community. Community. Think Alvin the Bee and the Sugar Bush. And without sounding too sappy, Brooke Alvingston, a sweet place to be.
Thank you, Emily. All right, our next act will be Theresa Godin, and she is going to be bringing her accordion, and where else other than Galveston you get to sit and listen to an accordion. She's going to play two songs. One is called I Saw the Light, and the other one is called A Waltz.